Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Dwayne Haskins and the London Black Knights taking on Justin Fields and the New Orleans Saints.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019. Former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 24 carries, 92 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
That's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Haskins completes it to Hearns. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Elliott. Gets around him. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Haskins. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Now Haskins to throw it. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Haskins will throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff for Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Black Knights marching right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 69 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Fields. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Fields. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down. Yeah,
that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. and the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Again, it's Haskins. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Allen Hearns there to make the grab. And the Black Knights are able to widen their advantage. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 14-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Hill will opt for the touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They're staring at a two-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Fields, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Will Fuller back deep to return. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins to throw. Hearns brings it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Haskins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Able to slither by. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead will grow. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Fields. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now it's Fields. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown, Saints! Jonathan Taylor, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. This is caught by Hearns. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From midfield now, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fields throwing again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Operating from the gun. Fields. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. picked up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Haskins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Fields. He'll check this one down to Taylor. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. 2nd and 8 coming up. They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Haskins to throw it. Completes it to Hearns. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the guard, your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On first down, Elliott. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Haskins will throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Seibert's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Back to throw. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. A quick throw, but incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Fields. He gets it to Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Fields. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Haskins now off the bootleg. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Open man right side is Ingram. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Fields on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes,
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jonathan Taylor with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints are back within a score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these 2 sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On second down, Elliott once more. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On third down, Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the home team here, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.